goals for yes. So really, the passing around defence, that'll do them favours rather than, you know, get frustrated the fact that they've got the ball. But we'll see. I'll check
Yeah,
chat now.
it's one of them games. I think it's going to be it's clash of styles really. Roby, we know they can be a defensive outfit when they want to be, and they're going to be looking for their wingers today, I think, to try and just get the ball in the box. Sean, he's in good form recently. I've had some trouble playing against him in games. What do you think? What do you think NG will do today to try and stop Sean? Do you think they'll put up a specific defender on him who they think might be able to cope, or
I'm
just
not
stop
sure.
the balls coming in?
I don't think they will. I think, to be honest, I think NG are going to completely control this game because I just can't see Roby getting the ball off them. I think they're just going to pass it around for most of the game. What they have to be careful of is the counter attack, and I think that's what Roby would do. Although they tried to do that against VS and it didn't really work too well. But I think that's what Roby's best chance is, just counter attacking them and playing deep. They haven't really got anyone who can hold the ball, to be honest, playing. Not even Salix is playing. They haven't really got a ball carrier, to be honest.
Alex, there was a lot of people mentioning actually after Roby's last game, he seemed out of form, and he just normally you're looking to players like Salix to run the game for you. And it just didn't seem like it was going right for him.
Yeah, I think recently he's been tilted, which happens a lot. If your attack's not doing it, you get tilted into trying to do it yourself. Yeah, the game's starting now anyway.
Yeah, the game's just about to kick off. I'm excited for this because this is going to really show if NG still mean business in this league. I think if they can beat Roby today.
Also, the rumours about KM leaving, what's that about?
Yeah, I did see some of the chat in the competitions thing in Discord. I think that about KM and the insider spreading the rumours again. Whoever it is, don't suppose you have any ideas who the insider is, Flame?
No idea. I think it might be Rhino, but I don't know.
Well, Rhino protests his innocence that it's not him, but I think everybody has their ideas on who it is.
Yeah. Roby starts out well, to be honest.
KM here playing for NG, so that seems to be, what he's.
This is dangerous.
Trying to make a statement. Tet with a good tackle on Chupo there. Ball out to Fingy. Fingy trying to just find space down the wing, but he's played it too far. High into Zavit. Zavit, real control of the game. There's not many players like him in iOS, is there?
Not really, no. I wish I could be like him.
But Chupo trying to ram his way through, almost making it. Sean, bit of a misplace there. Looks like that's a good point actually. Cbot playing at right back against Fingy. Do you think that'll be a good matchup?
I think that's the best chance they've got, is going at Cbot.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't say he's a weak link, but he's not been at NG as long as the others, and you wouldn't say he's like mastered the game. That's like most of the players in NG have, to be honest.
Yeah.
Arshaven's done really well since he's came about.
Definitely, yeah. I've been impressed with Arshaven. He seems to have picked up the NG way really easily, and he's looking like a solid player. And it looks like NG prefer him in attack now. When I thought maybe he was going to be a defender, Tet trying to force his way through, almost makes it through. Sean picks up the ball midfield, but the ball's just not close enough to Kinchenko to make it.
Roby aren't doing too bad, to be honest. I thought NG would just control the game completely, but they've had a bit of the ball, to be
scrappy. They've been winning the ball back. Fingy trying to get through. Good ball out to Sean. Sean's going to try and cross it in.
Ooh.
He went for the usual near post Sean strike, but it didn't work this time.
We've got Burning goal today as well instead of Haya.
Yeah, that's an interesting change. Maybe I thought Haya wasn't really to blame for the loss in the last game, so
Ooh, good save.
yeah, that was a little bit of a chance, but easy for Bernie. Bernie just overplays it there, straight through to High. High with the quick ball out, but it's intercepted by Tet. Kinchenko in midfield. Chupo robs it off him. Chupo just found an easy ball. Shove it in the middle. Out to Arshavin. Arshavin's lost it. Fingy looks like he's up for this game today, actually. Fingy win it again in the middle. He's got a chance here if he can just find the shot, but he's pushed off it. Seabot did well to recover there.
Surprised Dap's playing CM as well.
Yeah, it's maybe that's something Roby have thought about, just to have Dap in the middle to see if he can win balls in the middle. But I did expect to see him in defence. Got a point. Dap trying to play the through to the forward, but he just couldn't make it through. Sean on the wing. Blocked cross. He does like to try and get them early crosses in sometimes, Sean. And he's Rory delapped it out of throw, out for a goal kick.
Yeah, Roby are definitely playing better than I thought. I thought it was going to be all NG.
Yeah, they've been coping well so far. NG don't seem to be getting in a good rhythm, do they?
No. They just keep losing the ball every time they goes into attack.
Tet with a good ball out to Fingy. Fingy's been involved quite heavily so far.
Yeah, it's up on the right wing now.
Dap in the middle. Trying to just thread it through to Sean, but it was cut out by Kobe. Zavit with plenty of time. This is where he's most dangerous. Plays it out to KM. KM trying to do Skullman, he's done it. Trademark ball in from KM. Oh, but it's blocked. Good defense from Smithy. I don't actually have any hair, so with the question there from Matt.
I'm losing my hair so fast, like my hair's just going. But what I do is I get like a big fringe to cover up my baldness.
Yeah, you just comb it over. I believe in going bald gracefully, but there comes a stage where you've got to just accept it and embrace baldness. Chupo with a chance there, but it's cut out again. There's some good defending from Roby. They look like they've been able to cope so far, but this NG machine can sometimes just grind you under the pressure, and all of a sudden they'll get the goal that they've been looking for. Chupo trying to do some individual, but he's just give it straight to Fingy. Fingy with a good ball out to Sean. Gotta say, Fingy's impressing me so far in this game. Sean trying to push up the wing. Blocked corner to Roby.
Chance, yeah.
In by Sean. Oh, it's off the post. I think that was Kin, wasn't it, with the header?
I'm not sure. Cleared up the line now.
But that's probably the best chance of the game so far, I'd say.
And he seems to be going for crosses today. They've done a few crosses, probably following what VS done.
Yeah, it certainly works for us. We know exactly what works for us, and it's come to a point now where we're used to the usual comments about it. But if you find a way that works, you've got to stick to it. I think. It
is funny though. You just know what's going to happen every time someone gets the ball. Just going straight onto Randall's head.
He's like a giant. He just seems to be able to get on the end of them crosses. We certainly made it work against Roby in the first game.
Yeah, but we put 2 players on him and it still didn't work. You just can't deal with it.
Yeah.
I think he's better off stopping the crosses than stopping Rano.
Yeah, it's that's the thing. You've got to try and stop the cross rather than stop the man, because the man's unstoppable. But, Tet now getting into a little bit of trouble with Chupo, but he manages to recover. Kin winning it in the air. Bit of a box battle going on in midfield, but Fingy comes away with it again. He's having a good game. I keep saying it, but he seems to be in the right places, Sean. Up this wing again, ball in.
Ooh, good ball.
Dap winning it at midfield. NG under a little bit of pressure here, maybe. But they brought it clear with KM. KM out to Seabot. Seabot intercepted by Fingy. He's everywhere. But then he does that. Well, you've got some of these old men sometimes, you know, they
I always think he's 14. He's like 26 or something like that.
Well, he's probably younger than me then. I'm 27.
Yeah, I think it's by your age, I think.
I'm 28 in December. So I feel old, but I keep getting told
25.
no.
I'm at my prime.
Yeah. Good age, 25.
Yeah,
Chupo, yeah, he's free. But Bernie, he was just straight at Bernie, really. He didn't really pick a corner. That was a better chance than I think they made of it, really.
Yeah. I think should have went closer and gave him the defender the option.
He had more time,
So
yeah, maybe.
passer.
Sam was running out. Ball in, Tet out again. Tet being a real leader today out the back there. Dap in midfield, trying to bring it clear, but he's just passed it straight to Javit, which is always a bad idea. Chupo trying to make something, but it's cut out by Smithy. Smithy coming up the wing. He's going alone. Oh, he's passed it straight to Zavith again. That's the worst thing you could do on iOS. Shavin the shot, but it's easy for Bernie. I think Bernie getting his confidence up with a few easy saves.
I love that as goalkeeper when you save a few shots, even if they're shit. Get your confidence up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't goalkeeper much, but I can imagine it's you get a few easy shots in like that, you get the confidence up. Chupo trying to work his way through, just too much on it for KM.
Do you think Iran can sub himself in?
I think he will definitely be subbing himself in at some stage. Especially if they go 1-0 down, but we'll see. KM with some space. It looks like KM maybe has he moved into the middle, or has this just been a quick change of position? Good block by Scum.
I'm surprised not shooting more, KM.
KM gonna try and get a ball in, but he's been pushed out. He's managed to find Seabot out to Arshavin. Arshavin, oof, bit of a nasty challenge from Fingy there, but he's avoided a card. He's talked his way out of a card. That's the experience. But it's half time. Well, what do you think of that first half, Flame? It's
pretty scrappy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's. I did. You mentioned it first. NG don't seem to have their passing game in today, and maybe that's credit to Roby for cutting it out. Or do you think maybe it's just NG on an off day?
I think the fact that Iran's not playing is a big factor as well. But yeah, they're just not passing it at all. Not like the usual self, and they're trying to get out of the wing to cross it straight in. They're not going down the middle like they usually do. Like usually they use the CM a lot. CM will stand outside the box and just like keep passing it around, but they seem to be going for the header constantly. Is KM actually 5.5?
I was about to say I don't know. I haven't checked the scores on Fancy.
I haven't even done a team. I've done my team.
Fancy like Premier League, but
I've got a Fancy Premier League team. I won a £15 and worked the other month for it.
Yeah. I done quite well today. I got like 65 points. I think Lukaku got 32 points with captaincy.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna make him captain, but in the end I went for Costa. I still had him but I didn't make him captain.
Yeah.
That's good.
So we got the second half underway here. I think Roby will be quietly pleased with that first half, but
Yeah, definitely. I think
they
they'll take a draw.
they don't think they maybe made enough chances themselves. Smithy, that was quite a bit of a loose throw.
Oh.
KM nearly got past Scum, but Scum cut it out. Sean tried a clever ball up the wing, but just didn't find Kin.
I was thinking if today was going to be like a 5-0, we might see Roby actually fold. Players, when they lose on this game, they just want out.
Yeah, it's
I know a few
something
players
that
will be unhappy and shit.
iOS has struggled with in the past with teams folding, teams wanting to leave, players wanting to leave. Sorry, I mean we have had a little bit of controversy recently. I don't know whether we should bring it up in stream. Might cause some fights in chat, but you know we won't go too much into it. But there's been a few transfers that maybe the rules weren't following, but
including myself.
The way I see it, if all teams come out of it, the better. Maybe you should make special dispensation for that. But
yeah, definitely.
I've got a question that's come through from an anonymous source, actually, to me Steam chat, and it says, "I'll ask to you, Flamer. Do you think KM should be ranked lower in the fantasy league after the first half of this game?"
It's 5.5 low. It is, isn't it? What's the average?
5.5 is quite low, especially for an NG player. I think C-Bot's 5.5 or something like that.
He hasn't played too well, like, I'll be honest, in the league so far.
Yeah. He's I think he's got a lot to prove. I think he still needs to prove that he's an NG player. Maybe that's where the rumours have been coming on from. I think maybe there's a lot of pressure on him to provide assists. But if anyone else has got any questions, feel free to send them through to me Steam, because I've got the match window open rather than Twitch chat. So
I haven't even bothered Twitch chat, I'll be honest.
I've got the Twitch open in the background, but I'm obviously watching it in game.
You can get on your mobile. The Twitch chat on mobile is really good.
That's a good idea, actually. Rhino's just kindly offered to put the questions through on the game chat. Yeah. I've got a question through from Alaba, actually, which is interesting, saying, do you think that Arshavin's overrated?
I think he's quite good for a new guy. Okay, he might not be like superstar level, but for a new guy, I think he's incredible.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Tammy from he used to play.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Funnily enough, I remember the last league, I think it was the last league, and Tammy actually finished the league with the highest pass completion rate, didn't he? Or something like that. And I thought, God, this is a great player, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah.
Sure. I think it was a big loss for NG because he suited their passing game.
Yeah, he's perfect for them.
Was you playing for NG at the time?
Yeah. I think he stopped playing a little bit after I left, but yeah, he was
balling from KM, all blocked. Roby defending really well, but they're getting a bit under pressure here. KM, time to cross again. He's trying to find a good place to cross from, but it's a bit of a baby cross, as they call it in iOS, but it's...
I want to see Iran sub himself in.
It could happen. I'm waiting for it to happen. It's got a... I've actually just had a message through a Steam chat saying that Tammy's actually back in iOS, which I didn't know. I haven't seen him in game yet, but
maybe he's Arshaven in disguise.
Maybe that's the where you've spotted the comparison. Maybe it actually. And more anonymous info coming in. They've been flying in the questions and the info saying that Iran is not going to sub himself in. Maybe that was from the touchline. We heard it from the terraces, maybe.
It's a bit strange, Iran. Like, I think NG could win every league easily if he like in the first league, I remember he was the best keeper by an absolute mile, and nobody
Yeah.
could score past him. But instead, he played himself. Oh, goal!
Oh, and
Good
Zavit
header.
was there. Big looping header, ball in from Arshavin. Is he overrated now? I'll ask that to the chat, but it was a good ball in.
Great
We'll
header as
see
well.
maybe if the defence could have done better. It's Scum's man there, really, isn't it? You've got to say. And I just maybe didn't think he was there. He didn't notice he was behind him.
That was a good header as well.
It was a good header, yeah, and Zavit can do that. He's not only good with the ball on the ground; he can head the ball as well.
Yeah,
That's
Roby's
why
have to go after
many
him now.
people consider him one of the best players in iOS, if not the best. Would you say that yourself, Flame?
I'd definitely say he's one of the best. I'd actually, it's like Rhino is probably the most efficient player, like effective player in iOS at what he does. But I wouldn't say he's got the most ability. I'd say Shafi's probably got the most ability.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rhino's just unstoppable.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually, about having the best, ability, because he is that luxury player that can make things happen, by himself if he wants. But he's also that player that is a great team player as well. So I think that's why a lot of people do rate him so highly, because I talked yesterday in stream about Panther and about Panther being a great individual, but can he be a team player? Can he be that player to play great in a team? And he's not been showing that so far at Noble. Shots fired, but
I do get what Panthers. To be fair to Noble, I don't think they've got the best players. It's in attack they didn't have great players either. And when you see them, you do tilt a lot. Like if your attack's not doing it, you get so mad and you just go forward and you just want to charge through yourself. You tilt so easily.
Oh, definitely. I mean, I've been trying to play some games at CM in mix, and it's such a difficult position. It's arguably the most difficult position on the pitch, because you've got to do your bit in defence, but you've also got to play them key balls into attack.
I think when you overplay CM as well, you like change your style almost. Like you get good on the ball and then you start changing what you meant, like from the simple things. Like I think Josh is actually really good CM. Josh has been doing really good for
Josh was did he play CM yesterday?
I'm not sure.
Or was he up front? I can't remember, but he does lead his team well from CM actually.
He's really good defensively.
And I think because he's his defense is his main position. He helps him in that defensive central role. So he's almost like a defensive midfielder, I suppose you could say. But Seabot just trying to work a ball through to Chupo. It's unusual seeing him that far up, ball in.
And Chief definitely been better.
I think Roby have gone a bit quiet now.
Yeah, definitely. I thought Roby's going a lot more attacking, but it's just been ONG since the goal.
Yeah, I think maybe the confidence, the head's gone down. Still time in this game for a goal, but we'll see.
Yeah, I think Roby's just got to go at them now. I think they've just got to run forward and just take the risk that they're going to concede.
We've got Savit trying to bring it clear now. He's got past one man. Plays it out to KM. KM with time to cross. Oh, good block there. Javit free again. Ball out to KM. KM going to play his trademark ball in again, and it's blocked. Exactly the same cross, exactly the same block. They're just hanging in there now, Roby, by the looks of it. Arshavin trying to beat his man, and he has done. Tries to play the ball back. It's cut out. Loose ball, but Benny picks it up. Good question that's come through from Alaba here. I'll ask it to you, Flame, and then maybe I'll add a few points myself. Kin joining Roby. I know this will be an interesting one for you. Is it a desperate move because they lost Kirby, or do you think that there's more in it than that?
I don't know, because they have got, like, I don't know. I don't think it was necessary. Like, I think they could have held on to it. I'm trying to think of the other defenders they've got that aren't playing. RPD3 is one. He's not playing today, is he?
Yeah.
I think they got someone else, another defender. Or
Um,
Salix isn't playing either.
yeah.
I don't know. I kind of guessed they were desperate, but I would never.
Hello, you still there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think it just cut out.
Yeah.
The last thing I heard is it was well, they were desperate for a player, and then it cut out.
Yeah, they were desperate, like, but I don't know if they should have went that far to get Kin, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like the guy, and I think it's weird the way Tet, hated him so hard, said he'll never play on his server as long as he's around, to just suddenly sign him.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose it just keeps the league going, but in my opinion, I really don't like him.
I think it's an opinion that's shared by quite a bit of the community, but I think there's always players like that divide opinion, and especially players like Niang, and unfortunately they're just seen as numbers for the teams. But before I forget, and don't let me forget, we're actually going to stay on for a little bit after this game's just finished now, because we're going to interview the captains, and this is the first time that people have actually remembered to do it. Are you happy to stay with that, Flame?
Yeah, go for it. As long as you do the interview, I'm not socially adapted enough.
Of course, yeah. If you've got any input to the questions or whatever, just feel free.
Go for it.
We're gonna try and get NG's captain in today. I don't know whether Iran wants to speak or whether one of the on-field players wants to speak. Maybe Rhino can help us get one of them in here. If Rhino's still listening.
The stream's probably already finished. We're sat here talking.
The stream's still on, so Rhino's left us on. So
I thought that's a good result though by not good result, but I thought they played quite well, Roby, considering I thought they were gonna get absolutely battered. Well, obviously it's not a good result getting beat 1-0, is it? But
yeah.
I thought it was going to be a lot more, to be fair.
I mean, Roby, I think they were definitely happy with that first half.
Yeah, first half, they were great.
What I will ask you is, who was your man of the match?
I was thinking of myself. I'm not. Because I actually thought the best player was actually Tep, but obviously you don't want to give to someone on the losing team.
Yeah.
Who would you say?
If based on the first half, I'd have said Fingy, but he disappeared in the second half, like a lot of the Roby players did, to be honest. So I think I've got to go with. I think Java actually was good today. He made things at him for NG. He scored the goal.
Yeah,
Gavin was actually really good today as well.
Yeah, I thought like most of the play went down his wing, to be fair.
Yeah. That's where they were most dangerous. I think, you've got a point. So maybe you've probably swayed me to Arshavin, I think, today.
There's a few good shouts, to be fair. There's no standout player for me. It was just like absolutely amazing.
Yeah, you're right. There was nobody who shone massively, but I think considering he's new and considering
definitely
beat this man quite a few times, he got the assist. I'd give my MVP to Arshavin. If not Arshavin, it'd be Java.
I'd go with that.
We've still got 32 viewers on, and I hope they stay with us because we're trying to get an NG player in to talk to us. I'm gonna see if I'll ask Iran on Steam if he can get an NG player in for us to talk to. If not, I'll try and get a Roby player in.
I think a Roby player would be easier, but I'd rather have an NG player because it'd be awkward between me and Roby.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, Kobe's telling me I'm desperate on Steam. That's about right. So let's see. Can try and persuade somebody to come in here.
What's the next match in the league? I can find the
Actually, I could
schedule.
get Kobe in. Does
Yeah, man.
Kobe want to come in? Because Kobe was playing, wasn't he? And he did commentary with me yesterday.
Yeah.
Kobe, if you're there.
The thing is, don't they need permission to join the Discord channel?
And Kins offered to speak in chat. That could be interesting. Kobe's going to come in, so everyone on chat gets to hear from the lovely Kobe. Going to come in a minute.
That's fast.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Kobe.
Good evening.
What did you think of that game then? Give us your quick summary of how you think the game went for the whole match.
I thought Roby was the better team in the first half. We were under a lot of pressure, and we were lucky to get away even with a 0-0 at half time. Maybe that ball against the post, or if Hayes saved that, I'm not sure what happens. And then the second half, I thought we were much better. We moved the ball more, we crossed it more, and we got a goal with a header, of course, which I think was the only way to score today. And I think we a little bit came away with it first half, but I think we deserved the win the second half.
Yeah, we noticed on obviously commentating that the first half Roby actually gave you a good game. Fingy was everywhere, and I think they'd have been the happiest side going in at the half time. Did the captain, was Chubo captain today?
Yeah, Chubo was captain today.
Did he share any words at half time that maybe inspired you change around?
Not really. It was really quiet.
Yeah.
Last game we went on Discord and during the game, obviously, and we talked about it and we were laughing around during the game, or at least the ones who were playing were. And this time we decided not to. So it was actually really quiet during half time, and I actually said a few times during the game that we should get it together in the first half, because we obviously something was wrong. I don't know what, but we stepped up second half. There was nothing really said specifically, but except for cross it, probably. That was the main thing after the goal, I think. Someone said we should cross it more often because that's the way through. Roby.
Yeah. So you've had a game plan today specifically for Roby, or was it just play as NG normally play? Did you try to just play?
I think there was no specific game plan, at least not that I know of. But yeah, I think it's changed during the game, basically, when we saw there was really no way through. As we know, it's really hard against Roby because they are organised, really crazy. So we had to cross it in, and then obviously Javi got his head on one, and after that, I think we dominated the game pretty much. And even before that, the second half was just a lot better than the first half, and I think that came down to that we finally the passing game. The first half was just not good enough.
Yeah, that's again something we picked up on. That NG famous for their passing game, but it just wasn't working. And I think maybe that was because Roby kept nicking the ball off you. They kept finding a way to win the ball back off you. But the second half, I think they just couldn't keep that going, and it was just NG chance after chance after chance, and the goal was going to come eventually, wasn't it?
Yeah, I felt that way as well. I thought the attackers of Roby actually really put pressure on us, and it was sometimes hard to just get out of their feet even. And in comparison to friendlies or something like that, it was a lot easier. And today they really put pressure on us. Of course, it's Seabot's first game. I thought he did really well, but obviously the first half he had some difficulties with Thingy. And so did I, to be honest. It was Kin as well, who were just running around us. And I thought he dealt with them well. And then eventually, the second half, we upped our game and we kept the ball. Everyone, I think, did really well in the passing the second half compared to the first one. And I think that's really changed the game, as well as the whole game changed in the second half. And I was really glad to see that after that poor first half, really.
Flame, have you got any questions for Kobe?
No, I'm just on Habbo Hotel, I'll be honest with you.
Fair enough. So I'll give you the final question then, Kobe, because I don't want to keep you too long. But
Go on.
You've won both your games now, NG. You've got VCRS obviously coming up next. Do you think? Do you think maybe people have wrote NG off too quickly, and for a VCRS win this league, do you think NG can still the team to beat?
I'm not really sure about that. I think VCRS at the moment are probably the strongest team because they play the best to their striker Rhino, and I think that we haven't really got, as you saw today, really, we didn't play that well until we got that crossing. And Shupo is an amazing striker, but we didn't play to his to his heading possibility. We didn't give him any heading possibilities really in the first half, and the second half we did that as well with Xavi as well. Obviously, I saw him score many headers lately, and he obviously came up with one again today. And I think VCRS are really strong with Rhino obviously playing to his strengths. And I think if we do that, if we play to our strengths, it could be a great matchup on Thursday. And who knows what will happen? There's no way to tell.
Well, that's some good words, nice words there, Kobe. I am really looking forward to the NG match. Actually, I'm not looking forward to defending against NG. It's as a matchup, it's going to be.
It's the two best teams at the moment, I'd say, and it's going to be lovely to see them, and it's going to be a great game of football. I think it's just. I enjoyed yesterday's game, and today as well. I enjoyed playing in it, but I think Thursday will really be the best game so far, and I hope it will be the best game so far for us as well, obviously. But it's going to be great, and I hope, obviously, I get another chance on Thursday. But of course, we'll rotate again probably, so we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in to speak to us, Kobe. We're desperate to get an NG player in. So it was nice to hear from you, and I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
That's all right, mate. Thanks for letting me come in and speak a little bit. I'll see you on Thursday then, hopefully, on the pitch.
Yeah, on the pitch, Kobe.
Yeah, all right. Good night. Good night.
What was that? Well, did you hear that screaming then?
No.
No?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. We've actually got Kin going to come in. Is Kin able to enter the chat room? Can Rhino maybe drag him in? I can't see him. Can I drag him in?
No idea. I don't even know how it works.
There he is.
Hello.
Hello, Kin.
Good evening.
You okay, mate?
No, I'm great, mate. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad. I'm glad we could get a Roby player in today. Did get a few offers, but it seems like chat wanted Kin to come in today. So you're popular today on chat.
Yeah, something like that. If you call it popularity, sure. Or it's
maybe it's more info for me, maybe, but we won't go into anything like that. But I just want to talk to you about the game today. Of course, your first game for Roby Rovers. Controversial transfer, but I'm sure you're here to score goals. You're here to try your best, and just give us your summary of that game. What do you think went wrong in the second half?
We stopped tracking back so much. We were pushing up so much to try and capitalize on like a really good first half. Like the confidence and stuff is high, and obviously because we stopped tracking back so much, we were losing the ball like a lot more around the midfield area. I kind of think that messed us up a little bit.
Yeah, it's again, we said to Kobe before, we know it was a noticeable difference, like for the second half, how the game just changed in NG's favour. Because the first half, we were quite impressed with Roby, the way they were handling themselves. Thingy was winning the ball. It looked like maybe you could nick one. But NG just seemed to just come out the second half and just play like NG normally play, and they got the goal they were looking for. But maybe they were thinking they could have won by more goals today. So the defense did do well. But going forward, do you think you're going to get much game time for Roby?
I mean, they seem pretty keen to want to get me to play as many of the games as possible, and maybe try and get back to some of my old goal scoring form I've had before. So I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, like, it's obviously kind of a little bit hard as well with my CS commitments a lot of the time as well. So always guarantee I would be here, because obviously CS is my priority.
Yeah.
But if I'm not in a CS game or I don't have any other things, I'm always available. Yeah. But we'll see.
Yeah, that's that's good to hear, because like we'd heard that because of Kirby, obviously not being able to play any league games now, it seems that they brought you in to fill that attacking void. So do you think how many goals do you think you might be able to get, if any, this league?
Oh God, that's asking a lot. I mean, realistically, I'd probably manage to get a few. I'd say. I'm hoping. I'm gonna get a game against Chefs, and I think I'll probably bang in a few then. But other than that, I mean, yeah, probably a couple or a few.
That's you've just actually made me think of a good question there, because I'm sure you're aware. There's been a lot of questions asked about the way players have been changing teams and things. But in the Chefs game, picture the scenario: Kin scores the winner against Chefs, and that's obviously going to cause some interesting debates on Discord, I'd imagine. But you're not a stranger to controversy, so I'd imagine you'd be able to just laugh it off, really, because you've been brought in as that goal scorer, but it's just a case of getting the goals coming, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. And I mean, like, end of the day, I think there's quite a lot of people within the community that take this game way too seriously still. I mean, at the end of the day, IOSoccer still hasn't got to the point it used to be at again, and obviously there's a big reason as to why. So yeah, people need to stop worrying about so much about others and just focus on enjoying the game for what it is.
Yeah, it's you do have a point. I think there has been a tendency recently for people to get very tilted playing this, and at the end of the day, it is a game, and it's although we love it, all of us love playing it. I think there is that some people do need to just sit down sometimes and just think, do you know what? I've got a life outside of this.
Yeah.
And I do hope that as a community, especially with green light hopefully around the corner, but whenever that happens, we'll see, that the community can be a healthy one rather than a toxic one, for new players coming in.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I personally think one of the biggest things that would hold iOS back is the community. Like, it's so gated. Obviously, that's not intentional. Like, everyone's known each other for so many years. Like, some of us have been like 10, 11 when we started to play this game, and so obviously as a result of that, like, it is quite gated. And I'm kind of hoping like that will kind of change a little bit when it does get released to green light, because that would be the only thing I think stopping this game becoming a great game again.
Yeah, you got pointed. I think the reason why it keeps dragging players back, you think you're finished with this game, and then the next minute you're back playing it, like in a year's time or something. Like it's happened to me. It's the community, you miss the people you play with, you miss the leagues, you miss you miss, maybe not so much for me because I'm a defender, but you miss that banging the ball in the back of the net, don't you?
Yeah.
But I know you've played it for a long time. I've played it for a long time. Flames played it for a long time. It's I think that experience, these older players need to be in the community, because when all these new players do hopefully arrive with the green light, we need to be there with open arms, don't we, to say this is why we love this game and this is why, you know, you should stay. So I'm hoping that the community can stop the infighting and just get on with it. But Flame, are you still there?
Do you talk to me then?
Yeah, you still there, mate?
Yeah.
Have you got any questions for Kin?
No, again, I'm still in Habbo Hotel.
Yeah. Well, okay then. We'll let you go, Kin. Thanks for coming in to speak to us. It was popular with chat anyway, so
Yeah, no problems.
So yeah, I'm sure we'll speak again soon.
Yeah, have a great evening, guys. See ya.
Take care. Well, I gave you what you want, chat, so I hope you are happy. Maybe, possibly, I was trying to get another Roby player in, but I don't know whether that's going to happen now.
Well, apparently Rhino needs his shit.
Well, he's obviously keen to finish stream, so we'll probably leave it there then for today. Thanks for tuning in anyway for this Spring League game. The next game is going to be Roby Rovers versus Chefs. So Roby is straight back into it on the 21st of March, and that's at 9 GMT, I think. 10 o'clock for the rest of Europe. Well, Amsterdam time anyway, let's call it that. So yeah, we're going to end the stream there. Thanks for commentating with me today, Flame. It was good. I enjoyed the game. And we'll see you again soon.